Anderson gets down low, and it's snatched out of the air by Calvin Gordon. Once again, some solid help defense from him. That'll count as a block and a board. Hickson, a deep shot. No, but Gordon pulls down the board and has it for two. 116-99 is your final score. And to be honest, we got blown out. This match for Randall against Halliburton wants to beat him off the dribble. Payne swats it right to the hands of Anderson. Fantastic display of defense right there. Gordon, hook shot, sky hook. You're not Kareem, buddy. What the hell? We just got to stay disciplined here. Anderson hits again. 5-point lead. This game's not over yet. Halliburton's double teamed. So is Vanderbilt. Back to Halliburton. Open three. That's got to be the dagger. Halliburton to Anderson. Open three. Online. We're catching fire to end the half. And we have crossed the 60-point mark. Halliburton takes the screen from Anderson. Takes it baseline. Anderson's open for three, and Halliburton finds him. Nice dime. And Vancouver takes a 1-point lead. Off the screen. Shea just blows by everybody because we're trying to keep Payne attached to Calvin Gordon. Finally, the buzzer sounds. Halliburton for three. Got it to go. We're back in front. Hickson gets down low. Got Pollard up in the air. Spins and scores. Oh, and yeah, we just threw the ball right to San Antonio. Keldon Johnson thinks he's still on the Spurs, huh? All right. Anderson over in the corner for three. Online again. The assist goes to Vando. Halliburton takes the screen. And Anderson in the corner for three. Got it to go. He's so good from the corner. He had 24 points in the first quarter. Keldon Johnson. Hands off to Payne. Bucket plus the foul. That's the fourth on Calvin Gordon. Christopher attacks. Circus shot. Halliburton back to Herter. Another open three. Yes, sir. 2 in a row for him. It's back to 5. Anderson working on Christopher. Good shot. He's nearing 50 in the game. He's got 48. I can't believe what I'm seeing. 5 on the clock. To Halliburton. To Anderson. For 3. It's just incomprehensible. 51. This was one of the greatest single game performances I have ever seen from a single player in my life. And we are going back home with a chance to force Game 7. Double screens for Christopher. Attacking the rim. The layup is good. He does not miss when he gets in the paint, man. He's got 11 points. Anderson cuts Vando with a nice pass. Nice response. Payne hands off to Halliburton. He fires and hits again. Hickson working around a couple of screens. What a great bounce pass to Sanders. Another screen. Halliburton fires a 3 this time, and it's good. Nothing but nets. Anderson, open 3 ball, please. Yes, let's go. 8-point game. 7 minutes left. Halliburton, time counting down. Hits it. Huge bucket. 3-point game. This is the biggest possession of the entire YouTube series. Screen from Payne. Anderson, the 3. It's good. 2-point game. He actually did it. Oh no. Christopher's crossing the court. They won't go to him. Screen. Alexander steps back to tie it up. Missed it. We're going to Game 7. Anderson comes around a screen, and his first shot is up and in. Hickson finds a wide open lane this time. In for the jam. You cannot let the Spurs back in this game. Halliburton missed it. Payne's there on the glass for 2. Fantastic job. Payne out to Halliburton. He finds Anderson. His 3-ball is in. We can't be covered from beyond the arc. And Anderson has 28. Gordon sets the screen. SGA finds him for 3. The pick and pop results in a tray. Christopher attacks the basket, but Keldon Johnson wards him off. But that is the final bucket of this season for the San Antonio Spurs, because the Vancouver Woodsmen have punched their ticket to the NBA Finals. The final buzzer sounds. We've come back from down 3 games to 1. We are just the 14th team in history to ever come back from a deficit such as that. That shows you the heart of this team. It shows you who we are. And it shows you why we're the Western Conference champions for the first time in this series and the first time in franchise history. These two teams have a lot of history, and we're only going to add to it today as we face them for the second time in the Western Conference Finals. We know what happened last year in 2029. You just saw a bit of a recap from last season where we took them down in 7 games after going down 3-1 in this series. We would go on to win the finals. And today, this year, both teams are even better than they were during last year's matchup. The teams are pretty similar. A couple new pieces for each team, but mostly the core stays the same. Here are your starting 5. And today, the Spurs will take out Trey Murphy from their starting lineup because he had started most of their playoff games. And instead, it is the rookie, small forward Matthew Jamison who will get the start. He's only been playing about 15 minutes a game during the season, and so far in the playoffs, he's only had like 8 minutes of action per game. But he will get the start today in their most important game of the season to this point. And we all know who the Spurs are led by. It's Calvin Gordon, the reigning MVP, 30 and 13 with 6 assists per game so far in the playoffs, 1.6 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 49%. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 22, 5 and 9, with 1 steal, 1 block, and shooting very well. Orlando Batista having a much better playoff performance this time around than he did last season, and he won't start either because Josh Christopher is going to start ahead of him, but they will get about the same playing time, about 26 minutes of action, so it's not going to matter that much. But both guys are shooting extremely well in the playoffs. Pokusevski will start today as well over Kyle Kuzma. They have split some time there at starting power forward. He's averaging 15, 8, and 5 this playoff run. Christopher not averaging as many points per game as he did last year in the playoffs, but we know that he can pop off against us, so we have to be careful of that. There's also Trey Murphy, who we said had started every previous playoff game so far, but today it's Matthew Jamison, who has only played in 4 playoff games of their 9 so far, and I'm not sure why they're going to start him in place of Trey Murphy. Murphy's definitely the better player, but maybe they have a bit of a trick up their sleeve or something like that. But they also have Kyle Kuzma, who is a brand new addition to their team. He's 34 years old at this point, but is putting up just below 9 and 4.5 off the bench, but he's not shooting very well at all. And then they also have Tommy Sanders getting some playing time and Hickson as well. So those are all the guys that will actually make appearances in this game, and we'll see if anything changes there. But I do have the previous game plans from last year up on my second screen, just in case we have to go to those. But I'm going to start off by not making any defensive changes except for matchups. So let's go set those real quick. We're going to start off by having Todd Graves matched up on Shai. We saw Vanderbilt have some good, some bad last season. We'll see if this is the case for Graves, but it's important to note that with great players like SGA and Calvin Gordon, you're not going to be able to stop them 100% of the time. They're just too good of a player, or too good players to really stop the entire time. So I'm not expecting Graves to lock him down the entire series, but we'll see what happens. Then I want Bol Bol on Poku. That matchup, they're very similar players. I think this makes the most sense for us to go with. Trey Murphy off the bench, not going to set anything for him. And then for Matthew Jamison, I'm going to put Anderson on him. I'm not going to be worried about his offense too much. And I think Anderson has enough defense to where he can stop somebody of Jamison's caliber. For Calvin Gordon, you know damn well what we're going to be doing, Don Payne. And for Josh Christopher, I think this time I want Halliburton to guard him. And we'll see if he can do a better job than Anderson did last season. But for now, those are all the things I'll do. But for on-ball pressure and off-ball, I'm going to put on tight. Otherwise, I'll keep everything the same as it is right now. And if we have to make adjustments during the game or between games, I will do so with probably the same settings that we used last year that seem to have worked out. But I want to see how different these two teams are this year before we make any more adjustments to our defensive settings. So I guess now it's time. We're going on the road, and we are starting this series against the Spurs right now. Both teams were in this exact same spot 365 days ago, and we are back for the WCF rematch. We start on the road at the AT&T Center here in San Antonio, Texas. Let's get this game started. Screen from Payne. Halliburton attacks the rim and is blocked by Calvin Gordon. Oh boy. They find Jamison, and his first shot is good. The rookie knocks down his first jumper. And San Antonio starts things off. Now Calvin Gordon jumps the pass for Tyrese. What was that? Already two bad plays by Halliburton in a row to start this game. And Calvin Gordon made both plays. Over the top pass to Gordon, and he finishes through some tough contact from Bol Bol. That was a great feed by Pokusevski over the top. In the corner, Todd Graves attacks the rim and scores a high-arcing shot over Pokusevski to get the scoring started for us. He's only shot 36% so far in the playoffs, but he's out there for his defense. Can he lock down Shea? Let's find out. Here's his first test. A screen, and Payne forces a pass, and Gordon stuffs all over Bol Bol. Bol Bol gets aggressive, attacking the rim. Now Gordon's there in front of him, and he has to pass out of it. You're seeing Bol Bol being a bit scared off by Gordon down there, and now his three won't drop. Alexander gets by Anderson in for the two. Not sure why we had Anderson guarding him that time around. Got our mismatches wrong. Bol Bol, another three, another high arcer. That's not going to fall. Pokusevski attacks the rim and is fouled. That's the first on Bol Bol. He's being attacked down low already three separate times early on. Twice by Gordon, once by Pokusevski, and neither of those three times was he able to get a clean stop. The free throws from Poku put the Spurs out to a 10-2 start. Anderson gets the feed. He attacks the rim. Bucket and the foul. For some reason, Anderson does a great job scoring on Calvin Gordon. I don't know why, but we saw this a lot in last year's series where he drew a bunch of fouls on Gordon and scored through the contact regardless of how much it was or how good the defense was. The free throw was good. Those are his first points. Alexander, tough one over Graves. How does that one go? I can't fault Graves at all for that. That's just a really nice shot. Bol Bol, long two this time, but has yet to hit a shot. Now they go to Poku on the other end. He swims around Bol Bol for the lay-in. What a move. We're down by 9 early on. Open shot for Anderson. That one's good. He's got 5. Anderson pokes the ball. Jamison hangs on to it. Nice deflection, but can we get a stop now? Josh Christopher off the screen from Gordon, pulls the trigger, and his three is good. Another pass to Anderson. He slices through the defense and lays it in. What a take. Jamison finds Alexander. His jumper won't fall this time, and Payne rips it down. Got a mismatch down low. Payne against Josh Christopher. Back him down and score. He missed the shot. Got to do a better job there. Josh Christopher gets inside, but he's fouled by a Bobo. No, he's fouled by Anderson, actually. At least we don't have 2 fouls on Bobo, right? Once again, we're seeing some early defensive issues as the first free throw is off. He goes 1 for 2. Still down by 9. The offense has not been, bad. It's been all right, but the defense definitely needs some work. But it's the first 5 minutes. Going to wait to see if that'll continue. Halliburton waits, gets inside. Can't lay it in, though. Payne's on the glass. He goes up and misses again. Got it back, and now he's blocked by Pokusevski. Jamison, contested shot off the mark. Gordon tips it out to Todd Graves. Another mismatch for Payne. This time against Alexander. Now he learns from his mistakes and backs him down right to the rim. Alexander finds Jamison wide open for 3. That one hits back iron, though. We'll see if the rookie will hit those open shots if he finds more of those looks. I hope he doesn't, but we'll see what happens. Bobo, wide open 3. Hit it this time, buddy. There you go. The lead's cut to 4. Christopher hop steps and is fouled by Payne this time. We saw a lot of this last season. He mostly wants to attack the rim, and when he does, he scores or he draws fouls. He's very good at slicing through the paint. He's also a good three-point shooter as well. The free throws are good. Payne finds Anderson wide open at the hoop. Good pass. Double screens. We saw this a lot. We talked about it a bunch last season, and that one's blocked out of bounds by Halliburton. Christopher checks out. Batista checks in along with Kyle Kuzma. Gordon corner 3. That one's silk. Nice screen for Hallie. He goes back to Bobo, wide open again, and there's 2 in a row for him. Keldon Johnson heads to the scorer's table with just over 4.5 to play in the quarter. We'll watch one more play for either side of the ball before we sim ahead. Batista back to Jamison. Now Kuzma in the corner. That one drops. Trading threes right now here in the first quarter. We'll watch one more possession as Carney is going to set to check in, but he caught a timeout, and I guess we'll move ahead now. All right, 7:22 to go here in the first half of Game 1. Vancouver, after a very back-and-forth first quarter where the Spurs kind of hung in front for most of it by like 2 to 4 points, we have climbed ahead here in the second as Anderson hits the shot to extend our lead up to 7. We have shot very well, just below 60%. They've shot at 55%. And we have apparently taken more shots and made more than they have, so that is why we're in front. I'm imagining we have rebounded the ball pretty well, as that shot won't fall, I believe, for Pokusevski. And let's try and increase it now. Never mind. Halliburton lobs it, and Calvin Gordon steals it out of the air. And now Anderson gets a steal off Batista. He lost control after he was stalled in his tracks. Anderson cuts. Payne finds him. Against Christopher, easy 2. Anderson, not sure how many points he has so far, but he's got to have at least 10 or so. We got 15 assists here in the first half, which is very nice. A great number to have with still 6 to play in the quarter. Jamison blocked at the rim by Vanderbilt, but they get it back. Gordon for 3, wide open. Can't knock it down. A missed opportunity right there. They feed Payne over Pokusevski. Missed the shot. He's there on the glass, and he's fouled. Picking up the 3rd on Gordon. That could be a very key foul with still just under 6 to go in the first half. The first free throw drops. They're going to keep Gordon out there. Bol Bol will check back in place of Vanderbilt. We've also got Keldon Johnson out there in place of Graves currently, but otherwise, the other 4 starters are playing right now. Wow, what a pass to Gordon by Poku. He's made a couple of those already. Great lead pass. Apparently, Don Payne's got 15 and 7. Gordon's got 1 rebound total. So Payne is currently owning the boards against him. And now a nice pass from Bol Bol to find Anderson. These big men are making some great feeds. And by the way, it was a very high-scoring first quarter. I believe it was like 37-39 in favor of San Antonio after 1. So not a lot of defense was played in that first quarter. But the Spurs offense has definitely slowed down here in the second. And now Anderson cuts again. They can't stop this guy getting down low. He has not missed a shot, and he's got 17 points. Great start to this series for Anderson. Christopher off the screen. Does not make the pass back to Gordon. Can't finish through the contact, but Gordon gets the offensive board, and Poku knocks it down from deep. Halliburton back to Bol Bol. Uncovered 3. He's catching fire after a couple of misses to start his day. He's now got at least 12 points and has hit a couple shots in a row, I feel like. Christopher Deshay in response. It's good. Lob attempt swatted by Gordon. Anderson pump fakes. Had it blocked by Christopher. And it goes off of Payne out of bounds. That was a wild possession after a poor lob attempt from Halliburton. A lot of things went wrong on that possession. Todd Graves checks back in with 3:46 to play. Keldon Johnson takes a seat. While Trey Murphy and Tommy Sanders check in for the Spurs. SGA draws the foul on Graves, his first, so free throws coming up. That's our first foul of the quarter. We can believe that with this much time left. The free throws are both good. Halliburton to Payne. At the elbow, and he turns the ball over, throwing it right to Christopher. Christopher now for 3. Too much under it. Halliburton pulls it down. He's got Anderson to his left. He goes to him, and he's fouled after a spin. That's got to be a take foul, right? Like, that is pretty much in transition. Like, come on. Anderson gets by Christopher inside for the 2. I love when he uses that fancy forward to just, get around a couple of guys. He gets by his man and just slips by 2 defenders in the paint to score. I love his footwork down there. Alexander. Tough one over Graves. Not this time. You saw him hit that same shot there in the first quarter. Bol Bol gets aggressive and has it blocked back in his face, but Graves is there for the board and the putback J. Christopher, back to Murphy, wide open. That one rattles off the backboard and through. Our lead's been cut back to 9, under 2 to go. Halliburton waits until Gordon slips away from him and just jams it in over Christopher. You've shot 61% here in the first half. The offense is clicking right now on all cylinders. Alexander got the switch to Payne. He hands off to Gordon. It's blocked out of bounds. Way to cover both guys, Big Don. Joel Carney and Jared Vanderbilt both check in as Halliburton and Don Payne take a seat. Bol Bol will move to center for the rest of the first half, these last 90 seconds. 6 on the shot clock, though, for San Antonio. Sanders inbounds to Murphy. Alexander has it. He will have to shoot this. Step back, contested 3, and it's off the mark. Good defense there, Graves. Bol Bol cuts this time, and nobody's even in the paint at all besides him. Sanders the screen. Alexander fires off it, but that one's offline. Vanderbilt has checked back in, obviously, as I said, but our rebounding has been immaculate. 27 for us, only 13 for them. As Joel Carney hits one from downtown, and our lead extends to 16. Alexander over Graves. Blocked! Right to the hands of Vanderbilt. You're seeing the defense pay off here. Todd Graves made one appearance in this matchup last year, but I imagine he'll be a mainstay for as many games as we need him to be out there for. Graves for three. That one just misses, and the half ends with Vancouver up 72-56. Great start to game one. We sim the first 4:15 of the half. We jump it with 7:44 to play in the third quarter. Ball inbounds to Keldon Johnson as the Woodsmen lead by 14 points, 86-72. In the back and fourth quarter, Spurs have not made a lot of headway into this lead through the first couple of minutes, but we'll see if that'll change here. Payne gets the feed and can't finish over Sanders. Hand was right there in his face. Tough one. Nice screen from Sanders. Anderson does a decent job getting around it, but Shea takes a shot on the move that is a low percentage effort. Anderson's going to cut. Payne will not pass the ball, though. Got to find a different play to work. Keldon Johnson with 5 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires a long 2. It's off, but Payne tips the ball to himself and then steps out. Kyle Kuzma just checked in for the Spurs. Batista, the triple, no. Shot clock winding down. Anderson for 3. It's good. He's had a great day so far. 27 points, 8 so far in the quarter. And he's only missed like 1 or 2 shots. He's been spectacular. Kuzma waits for the screen. Does not get the switch. He did a good job of guarding the roll by Sanders, and now their shot clock is winding down, and Vanderbilt picks his pocket for the steal. We go up to him against Batista, through traffic, the bucket, and the foul. Jared Vanderbilt, defense to offense, making things happen. And he will head to the charity stripe to put us up by 20, hopefully, if he can knock it down. The free throw is good. It's 92-72. Batista shrugs off Anderson, but can't finish the layup as he recover on defense. Payne matched up against Kuzma. He's too big for him. Yes, sir. 8 for 16 in the contest. A plus 14 plus minus for Payne. Alexander over Halliburton, got it to go on the baseline. He's got 19 points, 8 for 18. Anderson right now, 12 for 13. How do you stop that? Halliburton gets inside for 2. Nobody steps up. Right now, the Spurs defense is having a whole lot of issues. We got 96 points and still 4.5 to play in the quarter. We are looking great right now on the offensive end. Alexander throws it right to Payne, trying to find Sanders over the top. And now we find Vanderbilt in transition, and our lead keeps increasing. Alexander gets inside for the lay-in. We call timeout up by 22. Spurs shot 26% in that second quarter. My God. Nice screen from Payne. Halliburton back to him. Good pass. He got the switch, but the shot is off. I think we'll take that look 9 times out of 10, though. Zet guarding Alexander. Can't stop him, but Payne is there on the baseline block. Shot clock reaching 0. They find Shea for the 3, and they make up for it. They get 3 points out of that possession. Keldon Johnson, a chance to respond. Let's go! Alexander gets down low and now is fouled hard by Tyrese. More free throws for SGA. First free throw rattles in and out. Carney and Bobo check back in for Vancouver. Alvin Gordon still not out there for San Antonio. The free throw, the second one is good. And it's back to a 21-point game. Zet spins, attacks Batista, but it's swatted back to Vanderbilt by Sanders. He rattles off a three, but it's not going to fall. ISO mode for Alexander against Carney. What can he do on the defensive end? Well, he stays in front. He did a good job until the foul. "25 points for Shea. Not even through 3 full quarters. Denver 21 is shooting pretty well. Free throws are also helping out. Carney's got some space. The three won't drop. That's Sanders pulling it down. 19-point game. See if the Spurs will close the gap before the fourth quarter. Alexander off the screen for three. Nope, too much under it. And off to Keldon Johnson. He takes it inside the paint. Trey Murphy guarding. Keldon Johnson passes out. Azet is forced to take the shot. That's not the best possession right there by the Woodsmen. And then Murphy on the other end steps out of bounds. Mental mistake. Got to have better awareness. Alexander takes a seat. Calvin Gordon checks in along with Christopher. Azet. Carney now to Keldon Johnson. Shot clock under 3. He has to fire. And it's good. What a shot. Batista hesitates, then finds Christopher wide open in the corner. But his three won't drop. Gordon on the glass, though. Kuzma has to get a shot off here, and that one's not going to drop. So a good job after the offensive board to get a stop on defense. We have the last one of the quarter. Azet, step back, deep shot. He airballed it. Bol gets the board, but no time to put it back in. And we lead by 21 with 1 quarter left. .646 to go in the fourth quarter. Bol, what was that? You threw it right to Poku. It was right there in your face. Do you have eyes, pal? And just like that, the game's been cut to 12. Turnovers are the death of us. Because right now the Spurs haven't done too much to give us some trouble these last 3 quarters. But that turnover is not going to help. Anderson, though, makes up for it by scoring a 2 on the other end. I think he's on track for a big day. He's already had one of those. And, yeah, still plenty of time to add to it. Alexander, open jumper, nice step back. 31 for Shea at this point. Halliburton's got 14. Both guys have made 2 threes each. Halliburton off the screen. Can't knock it down. Payne gets the board, but it's blocked back to Alexander by Calvin Gordon. Nice defensive awareness right there. We got to be careful here. Can't let the Spurs back in this game. That's an open shot for Jamison, but he missed it. Anderson steps back. Decent look. It's good. This guy has been absolute silk. Christopher in the paint. Gets by Payne. He's too quick for him. 6 for 10 from the field. 18 points. 6 assists. Yep, this is pretty much tit for tat what he did in the series last season. Anderson wants to attack the rookie. He takes him down low, hands off to Payne against Gordon. He goes up and scores through the traffic. Wow. 18 points in the paint for Don Payne. Absolute masterclass down there tonight. Alexander slips by Graves. Way to use the body there and shield off Graves and blocking that shot. Still a 12-point contest here. Nowhere close to being over. Payne turns it over, trying to find Halliburton. We cannot have these right now. We just can't. We can't afford this against this team. Double screens for Pokusevski. He finds Christopher wide open for 3. That one rattles out, though. We cannot count on these guys missing their open looks. We have to play some better defense. Halliburton off the corner screen. Mismatched against Poku. Don't shoot this. He turns it over instead as Gordon jumps the pass for Payne. Another turnover here in the fourth. Jamison over Anderson. Can't lay it in. They had a couple black shirts down there to stop the shot. Graves, decent look for three. That one's not going to drop. And we have quickly gotten rid of possession from ourselves on like 4 straight possessions within a couple seconds. And now Poku jams it in. And it's a 10-point game all of a sudden. Under 3 to go. We cannot afford to have any more of those. We call a timeout. Honestly, it's a good call. Also, the Spurs are in the bonus and we are not. So if they get fouled, they have free throws, and we might not, depending on the kind of foul it is. Don Payne, huge offensive board. Absolutely massive. And now Gordon's fouled out. That might be turning the tides in our favor. That might be just enough to potentially end this game. And it all comes to a head on that one play. A missed shot from Graves, the offensive board, the bucket, and the 6th foul on the MVP. He will sit for the rest of this game. And Payne's free throw makes it a 13-point lead for Vancouver. Fantastic job. He has been elite. And for some reason, Calvin Gordon just can't guard this guy. In fact, I think Payne has had his best playoff games against Calvin Gordon. Alexander back to Sanders. We're forcing some good passes by the Spurs. Love seeing that. Jamison. Tough shot. Got it to go. Okay. Game's not over. Halliburton to Graves for 3. No. Why go to Graves and not Anderson? They were both wide open. I think you trust our other guy more than Graves, right? Alexander kicks it back out to Christopher. Contested tray. Not going to drop. Good defense by Tyrese right there. Halliburton lobs it for Payne. That's got to be the stamp on things. Oh, my. Jamison hesitates. Out of a shot. Has his pass deflected and stolen by Don Payne. Who else, man? Who else right now? Anderson, open jumper, got it to go. That could be the finishing touch to this game. He's got 35. Fantastic days from him. From Payne, I would imagine Bul's having a pretty good day as well. Off the screen, Alexander steps back and fires and misses the shot. I think that might be it. We'll just tack on 2 more points real quick, though. And that is going to do it in Game 1 as Vancouver gets off to a good start. Getting off to a lead here in this rematch in the WCF. Last year, the Spurs won Game 1 and then we won Game 2. But this time, we take the first matchup of the series. Great stuff from a couple of key players. Great offense. We just never slowed down this game. We never slowed down. Shea drops 33, 5, and 7. But Don Payne held Calvin Gordon to 14, 6, and 3. He did have 3 steals and 5 blocks, which is absurd. But that is, I believe, his worst offensive game of the entire postseason. I have to check that to make sure. But I'm fairly certain that this was the lowest scoring game he's had during this run. So 14 points this game. When was the last time he had anywhere near that? He had 19 in a game against Denver. But besides that game, he has not had less than 19 since February 24th. And that was in the All-Star game, so that does not count. In a game during the year, it was the 6th of February, the last time that he had 14 points or less. Wow. The Woodsmen, though, were led by number 5, Simon Anderson, dropping 37 points with only one free throw. One single free throw. He was 17 for 20, only took 2 threes. He was eating in the paint. He was eating from the mid-range. And he puts up 37. Absolute God. Don Payne, 28 points, 18 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Spectacular performance. Tyrese Halliburton, 14 and 15. Bobo had 14 after a slow start. He missed his first, I think, 4 shots and ends up going 5 for 10. Nobody was bad for us, despite Isaiah going 0 for 4. That's all right. What a performance. Gritty win. The defense wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad either. It was pretty average. That's all right. If we can play this well, we don't have to be better than average on defense, and we own the paint. 64 to 44 in terms of points down there. We had more bench points. They had more second chance points, but we had more assists. We had more rebounds by a lot. Beautiful win. And now we head into game 2 of this WCF matchup. The Spurs start with the ball as Vancouver leads the series 1-0. Trey Murphy will get the start in place of the rookie Matthew Jamison this time around. They're back to their lineup that we were used to prior to that weird choice to put in Jamison. The 3 drops for Alexander to start things off. And here we go. Halliburton trying to respond off the rim and out. Alexander gets by Halliburton in for a monster jam. I made no adjustments after last game. We'll see if we need to at any point during this game as Todd Graves gets the scoring started for Vancouver. Christopher finds Gordon slipping behind the defense. Payne lost him for a second. Graves, open 3 again. 2 for 2 to start. He's got all 6 for us. Murphy against Anderson. Trying to score down in the paint, it seems. And Payne blocks it from behind. Way to be there. Halliburton against Christopher. Takes him down low. Throws it up and scores off the glass. And we take a 1-point lead. Christopher inside over Graves. Can't score. Good defense. Anderson feeds Payne down low over Poku. Got it. Another good start for this offense. 10 quick points. Gordon for the 3. That one falls, and we're all tied. Graves to Anderson. Deep shots, but he's uncovered. Shot clock under 5. Christopher kicks it back out to Gordon. Great pass, but this time it's not going to fall for him. There's a mismatch for Don Payne. We find it right at the rim. Another easy 2. Alexander stops on a dime, pulls the trigger, and knocks it down. Graves gets the feed. Launches a 3. Missed it, but Payne skies for the offensive rebound and the putback for 2. Already another great start for Don Payne. He's got 6 points. Trey Murphy off a couple of screens. Over Payne. Can't hit it, but Gordon's there on the glass. It went right over the fingertips of Bobo. We call a timeout after that board. 7 early for Gordon. Anderson leaks out for the long 2, and that one rattles in. Gordon fakes a spin move, fires a shot, but that one's off. Don Payne was there with him all the way. Now Bobo sees a lane, attacks the rim, and he draws the foul. It's the first on either team. It'll go against Pokusevski. During this season, Bobo averaged 11 and 6. I would imagine those would be better here in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they are with his uptick in minutes. The free throws both fall. Pokusevski back to Gordon. He kicks it out to Alexander and then sets a screen. SGA goes back to him. Good defense, but now a mismatch with Gordon trying to sauce up Anderson. He fires over him and scores. a nice play. Anderson over Christopher. Tough shot that time. Graves staying in front, but he fouled him, and the bucket's good too. It's going to happen. You can't stop him every time. The free throw drops. It's back to 2. Graves feeds Payne. He spins on Gordon, but it's swatted out of bounds. Good God. Graves inbounds to Halliburton. Under 10 now on the shot clock. Off the corner screen. Allie in the paint. Scores it over Gordon and Alexander. Tough one, but we'll take it. Alexander for 3. Got it. The assist goes to Christopher, and now our lead's cut to 1. We hoof it up to Graves for a quick 3, and he can't respond back. Great pass up ahead, though. Double screens for Christopher. And he jams it over Anderson. What in the world? Anderson waits for the screen from Payne. Steps back, goes to Graves for the tray. Not going to fall, though. Not the best possession right there. Could have found a better shot, probably. Shot clock's winding down. Alexander spins. Anderson's there with them. And he fouled him. Again. Another and one for SGA. Free throw will fall. Spurs up by 4. We call timeout. It's time for us to jump ahead. It was another very high-scoring first quarter that the Spurs took 39-38 as we get a steal off the inbound pass. Keldon Johnson up ahead. He's fouled in transition. We're down by 3 right now, but these free throws should cut it to 1 if he hits both. A 1 for 4 start from the field for Keldon Johnson. We'll see if the free throws will get him back on track shooting-wise. And they are both good. With 7:38 to go in the half. Very back and forth contest to start off here in game 2. Christopher gets by Vanderbilt and lays it in. Had a couple guys around him, but it didn't matter. They've shot 61% now. We've shot only 50. Pretty much the reverse of game 1 at this point in the contest, but we're still within 3. Halliburton to tie it up. Just missed it. Christopher feeds Gordon. Mismatch on Halliburton. That's going to be an easy lay-in. Halliburton inside. Book it in. A foul on Gordon. Great job to hesitate, draw him in, get him up in the air, and then score. Free throw is up. And it's good to cap off that three-point play. Poku trying to go over the top, but he threw it right to Payne. Gordon was rolling back to the rim. Halliburton hands off to Payne for the easy lay, and we're tied at 53. Alexander lost it. Stolen by Payne. 2 in a row for him. Up to Bobo. He throws it up and draws the foul. That's the first on Alexander. Does not seem too fazed by the call. It was a good one. That free throw will put us up ahead now. Half of the quarter left. Bobo hits both. Alexander turns it over again. Another steal for Payne. That was off the deflected pass by Halliburton. 3 steals in a row. Bobo for 3. Bang! Can the Spurs stop this run? Hickson might have just done so by drawing a foul on Payne, his second. He will head to the charity stripe for 2. I haven't seen a whole lot of him here in this series. He played a lot more in the series last year. The free throws both fall, though. Back to a 1-score game. They've taken 13. We've taken 11. They've shot a bit better than we have, but it's still pretty close. And now a lob attempt goes right to Gordon. Got to stop throwing those up, Hallie. Corner 3 for Christopher. It's good. And we're all tied. Once again. Bobo comes over and sets the screen. Anderson fires the open shot, and it falls. This guy has been elite, man. 12 points, 83%. Very similar start as to what he did in Game 1. Hickson finds Christopher uncovered. And there's 2 in a row for him. Spurs in front. Halliburton off the screen. Fires on the move. That's a low percentage shot right there. He's 1 for 7 from 3. Man. Christopher blocked by Bobo. He get it back though. Out to Murphy for the tray. It's good. And the Spurs put together a run of their own. It was 58-53. Now it's 64-60 in their favor. Halliburton throws it right to Gordon. Come on, man. And now a mismatch. Gordon against Keldon Johnson. Too easy for him. Keldon Johnson from the elbow. Cash. Spurs call timeout up by 4. They've shot 65%. There could be some defensive adjustments coming in halftime. Tommy Sanders now in there for San Antonio. Graves in there for us. Hickson has his... I think that was... I can't tell if that was a pass or a shot, but either way, it was blocked by Don Payne. And we get back with it. So great job on defense again. He's had a couple of those forced turnovers here in the quarter. Graves, the jumper, no, and Poku's there for the board. Murphy, the tray again, it's good. Halliburton, space, top of the key, and he responds. Christopher trying to get by Halliburton, but he stays in front. Great defense until the foul. It's usually how it goes against this guy. Couple of players at the scores table for either squad. This will allow Batista and Kuzma to check in for them, and Vando and Carney to check in for us. We'll let Don Payne sit for the remainder of the first half. As Christopher hits both free throws. 2:05 to play. They've reached 71 points here in the first half. Definitely got to apply some adjustments at halftime for our defense, because what we're doing right now is not working. Bobo, though, coasting for a lay, and Sanders, what are you doing on defense there, pal? Hickson over Carney for the tray. It's good. The Spurs have caught fire from downtown here in this first half. Carney waiting for Anderson. He's wide open. His jumper's off, though, but Vando's there on the glass for 2. Great board. Hickson hesitates, then fires. Great move. We got it. Anderson to sag off just for a second. They're up to 68%. Long 2 again for Anderson, but that one's off again. Batista. Back out to Hickson for the 3. Come on. Before things get any worse, I'm going to apply some of the things that we used last year. We're going to go over on all the on-ball screens. We're going to soft hedge those. I'm not going to have them stay attached because that would make them go under on these screens if I did that. So I'm going to keep stay attached off. If I might put Payne to stay attached to Gordon, but that will be it. Otherwise, everybody should be going over those screens. We're not going to have any pre-rotations. I'm going to keep switch was off ball on switch auto. We are going to go over on the off ball screens though, to make sure that we don't give up those shots off those. No help for drives or screens or cuts. We'll see if that affects our paint defense at all. And then one new change is going under on back screens and over on flare screens. I want to see if this works out for us and improves our defense, but we won't really tell or see until the third quarter. But against Calvin Gordon. I'm going to have Don Payne stay attached for this one. I'll be one shot left for us here in the quarter. Let's see if we can knock it down and make sure we aren't down by too much at halftime. The offense has been great. The defense obviously has been bad. Anderson shot off the glass will go. I'll take that. Now it's going to stop to close out the half and just be in arm's reach before the third quarter. Hickson will have it. Who's going to take the shot, though? It's going to be Hickson, probably. He will fire, and it's good. Wow, what a quarter for him. The Spurs lead by 10. They get 81 first half points. Yeah, we got to step it up on defense. This is bad. All right, start of the third quarter. I want to see how we start off this half, defensively and offensively, because right now, like, they've shot 69%. There is no way that they keep that up, right? There's just no way. Shea had 22 in the first half, 8 for 9 from the field, had several free throws to help out with it. So it was a barn burner in the first half. We played well on the offensive end. Defense, obviously, is an issue. Graves, the triple. That one drops. It was a long two, actually, but still, we'll take the shot. Christopher, back to Shea. We cover that one well. Graves recovers on defense. But now, Shea whips it to Murphy. Wide open. I said no cutter help. I said no screen help, guys. What was that? That was Anderson's fault right there. He just sagged off completely to try and help guard Alexander as Halliburton gets inside and draws the second foul on Gordon. Would have loved that shot to fall. But he was fouled on it. 13 and 8 in the first half for Halliburton, so he is off to a good start. And his free throws are both good. Screen from Gordon. Alexander goes back to him. I said stay attached, Payne. Goodness sake. What do I got to do to make you guys do what I want you to fucking do, man? I said stay attached, brother. It ain't that hard. And they're killing us from downtown in this one. Halliburton finds Anderson. Wide open corner three. He's got it in response. Couple of screens. Alexander over. Halliburton missed it, but Gordon's there for the putback. Anderson whips it right to Gordon. All right. Wow, Alexander just completely blew through the entire defense for that. 13-point game. Defense hasn't done any better so far. Graves fires and is fouled. I thought that was clean, to be honest, but I'm taking whatever we can get right now. First free throw good. Second one up and good as well. Nice work. Another high screen from Gordon. Alexander finds Poku wide open in the corner. All right, I got to make a change here because nothing that we're doing right now is working. It just is not working. On this play specifically, you guys just saw me put no cutter help, no screen help, no drive help. Why are we sagging off on this? Why is Bol stepping out to help, and why is this camera so zoomed out? Let's back it up. So, we got Bol sagging off on Poku. If he makes the pass right now, Poku still has a pretty good shot at a good three. And when Gordon comes over to set the screen, and then Alexander comes around it, Bol steps up to help. But why? Why is he doing this? How do I fix this? I've got no ideas on how to fix that. I just checked the settings and, I mean, they are as they should be to stop that from happening. Anderson goes ISO mode, gets around Alexander and hits the shot. Nice one. Alexander, step back, open three. He missed it, thank God. And then we just turn the ball over. Why are we doing this, dude? Now we foul Alexander. God, man, these stupid-ass turnovers are really obnoxious. Like, we are throwing the ball right to them. We did the exact same thing in game one. not going to give ourselves a good chance to make a comeback here, and now we're down by even more than we were at halftime. I think we've had one total stop on defense to start the half. Anderson sees a lane, attacks the rim, and he's fouled by Christopher. He takes a spill. These should be guaranteed free throws. First one, good. Second one, up and good as well. Thank you. Double screens for Christopher. We cover that one well. Graves jars it loose, and Bobo gets the steal. That's our first actual good defensive play in a while. Maybe that'll spark something. Halliburton to Payne. Long to Cash. Nice shot. Screen from Gordon. Alexander over the top. Back to him. Payne. Let him slip by him just by a half step. 24 for Gordon now. Yeah, he saw the talk from game one, and he's stepping up here in this one. Halliburton, left open, had plenty of space. Got to hit that next time. Shot clock at 5. Alexander, uncontested, man. Really, wow. All right, I'm making a change here. Another change on defense. I'm going to try something different here. What I want to do is against Alexander specifically, on these screens, I want us to go under these. Let's do catching the hedge then for this. Let's do catching the hedge. We'll see if that change will help us prevent those SGA Gordon two-man game as Anderson knocks down the long two. We're keeping ourselves in arm's reach, but we haven't made any progress right now back into this lead, so it's all about clawing our way back in, putting together a string of stops, keeping the offense clicking, and going from there. We got plenty of time left in this game, so we're not out of the woods. Here we see another two-man game. He finds Batista in the corner. There's a stop. Keldon Johnson, uncontested three. Got it! He was 5 for 7 in game one. We need more of that in game two. Murphy to Alexander, out to Batista. He tries again from 3 and responds immediately. Anderson behind the line. What a shot! And he answers right back. He's got 26 now. Batista, another 3. Not this time. Good box out by Payne. Let's close the gap here. Anderson. Nice pass to Bobo. What a find. The Spurs call timeout with their lead being shaved down. Both teams are shooting incredibly well. Hickson, tough shot. Just rattled out, will take the miss. Another chance for us to close the gap even further. Lob attempt for Payne, swatted by Kuzma. Payne gets back to it though. Let's avoid these turnovers, guys. Halliburton, tough 3, back iron. Not the best shot right there. He's going back to those 3s off the screens that we did not see a whole lot of in the first 2 series in the playoffs. Off the screen from Sanders. Back to him! It was bobbled. We almost had a steal. Kuzma hits the 3, though. Come on, man. Not this again. They've got a 106. They're still under 4 to play in the quarter. I might stay in for the rest of this game because I want to see us mount a comeback. Anderson cuts. He gets the feed against Hickson. Has to score it. Easy 2. How do you miss it? He's there again. There you go. Hickson at the rim is fouled. That's the 4th on Anderson. I don't like that at all. Free throw is good. He's got one more. Zet will check in for the Woodsmen as Anderson will take a seat. We'll check back in, start of the 4th quarter as Hickson goes 1 for 2. Can the offense keep things up with their best player on the bench? Let's find out. Vanderbilt fires and misses the shot. I don't like him taking those, especially if they're contested. Alexander steps back, misses the shot. We got the board. Let's go. Gordon Johnson attacks the paint. Back out to Halliburton. The offense has to reset. And we turn the ball over. Sanders is there. Wow. High screen. That's Sanders. Hickson, the tray. Missed it again. They're giving us a couple of missed opportunities to close the gap here. Let's make the most of it. Halliburton to Payne. Long two. Cash. Let's go. Good shot. Alexander turns the ball over. Payne on that pass deflection. Azette to Halliburton. He won't fire now. He now will. Top of the key. And it's good. We've cut the gap to 4. Kuzma waiting for the screen. Back to Sanders. And that time we covered it poorly. Gordon Johnson gets behind the defense. And Vando makes a nice lead pass. We're keeping ourselves within a couple of buckets now. Carney and Bobo will check in at the next dead ball if there is one prior to the quarter being over. Nice pass to Hickson. Open 3. And he is finding himself in a cold spell here in the third quarter. Luckily for us. Azette uses his body against Hickson. Why'd he pick up his dribble? Halliburton cuts inside. Fading away. Oh my, what a shot. And now it's a 1-score game. Hickson takes it back out to Kuzma. He misses the open 3 in the corner. We have the last shot attempt of the quarter. Let's make it count so we can tie or take the lead before the 4th. As that crosses, Halliburton won't feed him. He'll wait for a screen instead. Mid-range jumper. Cash! We're all tied at 109. What a run to close the quarter. We're heading to the 4th. 12 minutes to play. Anybody's game. Start of the 4th quarter. It would be a real shame if San Antonio went down 2-0 in the series, right? Alexander against Keldon Johnson. Inside, throwing it up. Good defense right there by KJ. Seems like our adjustments so far have had some level of an impact, but the turnovers are still continuing. Up ahead to Alexander. Open shots. Missed it again. Now we got a mismatch for Payne down low. This is for the lead. God, just back him down, man. This crowd's getting rowdy. They are trying to will their team to a win right now. Alexander gets the handoff. Time counting down. Handoff to Kuzma for the open shot. They are so good at finding open looks with a couple of seconds left on the shot clock, man. They do it every time. Spurs score the first bucket of the quarter, and they take their lead back. We still have not led in quite some time. Keldon Johnson hesitates, gets inside, and is fouled by Kuzma before the block by Gordon. First free throw for Johnson was good. He's got 15 points now. He's been a big help off the bench on the offensive end. Both free throws are good. Pokusevski checks back in as Christopher moves to guard and Kuzma moves to small forward. Here's that two-man game again. And now Poku for the 3. God, man, they're so good at drawing people out and then kicking it back out for 3. They're so good at that. It's actually incredible. This is going to be one of the highest scoring games we've ever watched, I feel like. Because both teams are shooting just incredibly well. Halliburton, baseline drive, in there, but he missed the layup. You got to hit that, man. You had all the driving momentum. You got to hit that. And now a mismatch for Gordon. Oh, boy. Payne back to Halliburton. Now Vando the screen. Ali At the elbow. Time counting down. Out to Anderson. He has to jack it up. And it's off the mark, but Vando's there on the glass for 2. Anderson, the open 3. That'll fall. Great job. That's 31 points now for Anderson to lead the entire game in scoring. SGA just passed up a wide open 3, and we just tried to double him too. Please don't double, guys. Like, I'm begging you. We just got to steal because we just did not double. Like, this is what I'm saying, man. Anderson to tie it up. No. God, that would have been electric. He gets a steal, though. Fast break all by himself. 1-point game again. Defense to offense, and now he is definitely leading the entire game in scoring. He's got 33. Let's go, dude. Alexander on the other end. Can't cash in. Now we have a chance to take our lead back. We have not led since, I believe, the first quarter. Maybe we may have led in the second for a bit of time, but not for when we jumped in. Payne scores over Gordon. There it is. This game's going to come down to the wire, dude. I just fucking know it. Double screens for Kuzma. Cotton Johnson stays attached to him. Vando's there in his face. Doesn't matter. Tough shot by Kyle Kuzma. We've got him down to 63%. They were at 69, so that's a positive. I want to get it below 60 prior to the game being over, though, because that would be a really good sign. Anderson for 3. That's too much under it. Yeah. Alexander over 2 defenders, scores. Spurs back ahead by 3. Can we just battle back in this game and hold on to a lead once we take a hold of it? We got to put together some kind of a run. Halliburton in the paint, back to Payne. Open 3. Missed it. Halliburton gets it, though. Missed the putback shot. SGA was there on defense. Had a hand in his face. Missed opportunity right there. Now more double screens. Kuzma out to Alexander, wide open for 3, but he's not going to knock it down. Lucky break for us. He has actually had a pretty poor second half. 30% from the field. Only 8 points when he had 22 in the first. Paying the screen. Halliburton gets down low, and it has it stuffed by Gordon. Come on, man. We got to take smarter shots. Christopher blocked out of bounds by Vanderbilt in transition. Bobo and Graves check in off the dead ball for the rest of the half. Halliburton just steal the ball there, man. Trey Murphy misses the 3. Thank you, Christ. That should have been a steal off the inbound pass for us, but we do get the stop either way. We're keeping ourselves in this game. Nice pass to Anderson. He stays in bounds, kicks it out to Graves for the open triple, but he can't knock it down. We got to hit these threes. Christopher to Gordon. He just slips by Anderson. That's so easy, man. Where do these mismatches come from? 28-9 for Gordon, 14-15 for Payne. Both guys are playing well, but they can't stop each other. Halliburton over the top to Payne. Will he challenge Gordon? Yes, but he missed the shot. It's tipped out, and they have it. Oh, we got a mismatch somewhere, man. Alexander back to Christopher. Payne got caught on him, and the 3 rattles in. Spurs extend their lead to 8 with under 5 to go. Graves has a wide open lane in there for the 2. Great job. Gordon, contested 3. Jesus Christ. These guys are on a tear right now. Halliburton to Anderson at the rim. He's fouled hard. Free throws coming up. 4:02 on the clock. First one drops. Anderson going for 35 plus again. And both free throws are good. God, I hate this action from the man. But Anderson jars it loose. They hang on to it. Alexander, time counting down. Has to fire. He missed it. Gordon gets the board. Come on, man. We had that. He's double teaming. He lost the ball. We end up with it. Okay. I will take that all day. Screen from Bobo. Halliburton fires off it, but it's offline. Christopher blocked by Payne. They get back to it. Isolation. Gilgeous Alexander against Graves. He fouled him and he scores the bucket, dude. Oh my god. This is brutal. MVP chance for SGA. The free throw is good. The defense was better for a little while, but now it's not. It's time to put together a special run to close this game out, guys. We need threes, we need stops, we need all of the above. Anderson back to Bobo, wide open, has to hit it, and he does. Big shot. The defense has to lock down now. No fouls, no threes, no points. No more points allowed. Poku off the screen from Gordon. Gets down low, kicks it back out to Murphy. He's wide open. They have done this all game, but luckily he missed the shot. How do we still not figure it out by this point, man? I don't know. Anderson off the screen. Fires the three. Offline. Alexander steps back. We're there to cover him, though. Come on, boys. Poku has it. He feeds Gordon. There's a mismatch. Poku has to fire. It's contested. He missed it. We still have a chance. Come on. Payne comes up with the screen. Anderson at the rim. Fouled by Gordon, his third. These free throws, if he hits both, will cut it to 5. First one up and good. The second is up and good as well. Absolutely clutch free throws from Anderson. 5-point game. Just need to lock down again. Play some good defense. We double it. Or not Anderson, but Alexander. Poku. They caught a foul! No way. I'm jumping in and challenging that shit immediately. For the first time ever. Challenge call. We're doing it. BJ Cooper wants to look at this again. I'm not even going to look at the fucking replay. I want that to be a block. Like, that is clean. That is so clean, dude. What do they say?
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Ruling confirmed, my ass! And that's our last timeout. The call stands. That is a horrible call. You guys saw the fucking replay. You guys know what I think. He missed the first one. Paul, don't lie! Come on, man. Open your eyes, 13. Stupid-ass ref. He goes 1 for 2. 6-point game. You need a 3, a stop, and a 3. Force overtime and win it there. That is the game plan with 50 seconds left. Anderson off the screen. Goes back to Payne. He'll take a 2 instead, and he missed it, and this game is probably over now. Trey Murphy has a path to the hoop. He will score, and that's going to be it. Lob attempt. Payne goes up there from Halliburton, but I'm afraid we're out of time. San Antonio holds on to win Game 2 at home to tie this series up, as this one will head to Vancouver next time out. Both games have been high scoring. This one even more so than Game 1. The defense just cannot get their stops. We could not figure them out this time. And this might be the most they've scored on us at any point in the entire franchise. A very poor defensive effort. SGA once again has a great day, dropping 33 and 10. Calvin Gordon steps up in a big way, 31 and 12 rim, and then he was why they won this game. Simply put, if he does not play this well, if he plays as badly as he did in game 1, they probably don't win this game. But because he did, they do. A lot of other guys scored in double figures. A lot of guys hit some big shots for them. Nobody was bad for them. They put up 137. So obviously, that's going to be the case. The defense was better in the entire second half, but the first half was just too much for us to overcome, really. And we didn't score a whole lot in that fourth quarter. If we score 30 points there, we probably win this game, but we just didn't hit our shots. Anderson once again goes for 37, although with more free throws this time around. Halliburton 22 and 15, he was better. Bobo 17, he was better. Don Payne was a bit worse, but still had a great game. 16 and 16, 5 steals, 2 blocks. Coden Johnson was very good. Graves had a couple of nice ones, had some stops as well. I mean, nobody was bad for us, but we just didn't get it done. Simply put, they shot 60% and 54% from 3. How do you stop that? Probably got to look back into what we did last series and maybe stick with the changes that we made here in the second half, because those seem to have helped us to some extent. But I will think about that between now and next episode. Both conference series are tied 1-1, and so far this series has definitely not disappointed, folks. We are in for a wild ride the rest of the way. Thanks for watching. We'll pick it up next time. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. And until part 2, take care and go Woodsmen. Peace out.